Hello, my name is JD, also known as JD Beauty. On this channel, we talk about all things beauty, and today, I do not feel like recording a video, but consistency is the name of the game, so here I am. There was a trend going around where everyone did their makeup in the style of the show Arcane. I wanted to do it too, and I didn't, but the trend's not over until I do it, so actually, I'm not late. I'm on time. If you haven't seen Arcane, I only just recently watched it and finished it. It was a great show except for certain parts where it wasn't great. Arcane has a very distinct art style, and that's exactly why it became a trend to do your makeup in the way of the style. Right, in the style of the show. I'm not entirely sure how great I'll be at replicating the style. It's a lot of very specific placements of certain products. You gotta put the shadows in the right place. You gotta put the highlights in the right place. You gotta be, some things gotta be unblended, some things gotta be very blended, you know? I'm gonna try to get there, but you know, if it doesn't come out that great, I don't too much care. And you shouldn't too much care either. There's not really much else to say on that topic, so you know the deal. Put your hair back. The battle I fight is for everyone who has a large forehead. Look at all that canvas space. Look at that. Wow. I'm really gonna be winging all of, right, yeah. I'm really gonna be winging all of this, but I do have some references pulled up over here, so if you see me looking off to the side, it's because I'm looking at the reference. If you see me leaning in very closely, it's because I can't see the reference because I took the glasses off. Using a brush today. This one. Hold on. Wait. Stop. This one. Sometimes you gotta switch things up. Keep yourself on your toes. I don't imagine that the base matters very much for the end product. This is just foundation. There's nothing special about the base of Arcane makeup. All of it really goes into the highlighting and all that jazz. So you guys confirmed many times that you think that I am olive toned, and that's great and all, but does no one just sell olive toned foundation? Because every time I search for foundation, it's always warm, cool, neutral. How does one come across olive? Or am I just like fated to having to mix my foundation with some green color corrector? In case no one's aware, it's Super Bowl Sunday and I expected the household to be much louder than it is. I thought I was gonna be quite upset about the general noise, but I'm not even entirely sure that they're watching football right now. I'm just waiting for the halftime show. I gotta get this done before Kendrick comes out. I have the Catrice True Skin High Cover Concealer that I'm going in with right now in the shade Neutral Fudge. I'm gonna try to place the concealer in the highlighted areas, which seems to be mostly where I usually put my concealer anyway. If any of you have watched Arcane, and hopefully just the general title of this video will bring in more Arcane fans, how'd you guys feel about the way it ended? Feels like a lot of stories get started and not finished when it comes to anyone who has slightly brown skin. That's intriguing, just saying, you know. I'm realizing that I'm starving. I don't know why I never eat before I start recording. You'd think that would be like a decision that I would think to make, right? We're going in with a lighter concealer. I'm using the LA Colors Ultimate Cover Concealer in shade Golden. I'm gonna apply this to certain areas to make it even more highlighted, such as I feel that some edges have to remain harsher, so I'm gonna be blending out on the inside, but not on the outside. So here, along this line, not blending out, but on the inside, closer to my eyes where I'll be blending. Let's see how many times I forget to speak while I'm recording this. Probably gonna be much more often than you think. In a vague attempt to stop myself from being so silent while I do this, I'm going to now list off my top favorite characters and tell you why. Starting off from the top, I would say that my top favorite character is Savika. I know that she's not exactly a main character, and she is very underdeveloped in the story, but she is my favorite character. She's beautiful, she's a big, strong woman. It's all I need, okay? She has a metal arm. Historically, characters with metal armor are very cool. Winter Soldier. What is her name? Misty Knight. Metal arm, very cool. I'm sure there's more that I'm not thinking of right now, but historically, if you have a metal arm, you're very cool. Think about it. Second place is definitely Mel Medarda. Again, beautiful black woman. You can try your hardest to try to convince me, oh, she's not a good person. She does this, and that. I don't care. I truly don't. I would never lie to you. I don't care. You can say what you want about her, but you can never say she wasn't smart. She was behind the scenes for every smart decision ever made. Tell me I'm wrong. She is also my direct reference for today for this look. Third place is Mel's mom, whose name I can't think of right now. Wow, this is so embarrassing. Fake fan. All I can think about is Savika right now. What is the general's name? Hold on, this is embarrassing. Wait. Mbessa, Jesus Christ. Mbessa Madara, Mel's mother, third place. And that might be interchangeable. Every once in a while, these top three might shift around. She's beautiful, she's strong, muscular, like she takes no nonsense. She's always a step ahead. You don't understand, and I get it. I don't though. You should understand. Fourth in line, I believe, is Echo, the boy savior. And honestly, if you don't like Echo, you might just be racist. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate to, but you might just be racist if you don't like Echo. How can you not like him? He saves the world. Echo, just like as a character who starts off such a small role. He's just a little guy. He's just a little boy working in a shop. And then after tragedy strikes, he's forced to grow up and become the leader of a rebellion. Tell me that's not cool. You can't tell me it's not cool. I think we're off to a good start. Fifth place, I think, is where I'm at, is Jinx, of course. I love Jinx. She's insane, and sometimes you just gotta appreciate when somebody is incredibly insane. We're gonna move on to contour now. We're using the, what are you? The Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contour Stick, which is shade Hazelnut Spread. Probably gonna use a brush while I'm using this because there's some places I need you to get, and I need you to get there in a certain way. I promise you I'm trying to talk while I do this, but this is artistry, it's not just regular makeup. This is putting things in the right positions to make sure it looks right. Hold on. What did I say last? Jinx? What was that, number 5? I don't care what you say, Jinx has the best character arc. Also, she gets blamed for so many things, it's not her fault. Next, I think I'd say that my favorite is probably Vi. Vi before she decided to become a cop with her girlfriend. Because how do you even end up there, Like, I understand that you think you're doing the right thing or whatever, but at no point should the route have led you to cop, At no point should it have led you to flooding the streets with poison to try to draw out your sister. There comes a point during Arcane where the entire story starts to feel like cop propaganda. And that's where it stops becoming enjoyable, Because you're watching these characters who are cops doing bad things to people, and they're like, but no, it's okay because we're cops. And it's like, oh, interestingly enough, it was actually never okay. You guys are committing crimes as police. The only difference is that you guys are police. After Vi, I guess, would be Victor. No, that's a lie. After Vi is Silco. Because one thing about me, I love a villain when everyone is aware they're a villain, I don't want a villain where it's like, oh, but you can argue that he's not a villain. Whether or not he thinks he's doing the right thing does not entirely matter. I think after Silco, I just kind of stopped caring. All the characters just kind of become nothing after that. I don't care too much about Jace, despite their best attempts to make me care. Victor's cool when he has screen time. I feel like Arcane had me so strongly in the first half and then lost me in season 2. Which, you're like, that happens. I guess I just don't feel like I was satisfied with the general ending. It's starting to feel like perhaps no one is watching the Super Bowl. My brother's fan is on, which usually means he's going to sleep. I'm a little bit confused on where the energy is, Sometimes when my nephew gets no attention, he starts being loud on purpose, and I know that's what he's doing right now. What do you think? What do you think so far? I think it's time to leave the chin alone. I also think it's time to yell at my nephew. One day me and him are gonna have to fight, Just get out of the way. Definitely time to leave the chin alone. Should I do the eyes or the cheeks first? I feel like I watched Arcane so late, and the only reason is because every time I saw any clips of the show, any art of the show, anything related to the show, there's always the same characters. And it's like, you can't almost exclusively show content of a very specific demographic of characters and expect to drag me in, So I literally wasn't intrigued at all until I started seeing the people of color in the show. And I was like, oh, now you might be able to win me over. All I ever saw when it came to Arcane was Jace, Victor, Silco, Jinx, Vi, Caitlyn. I was like, okay, sure, whatever, but there's plenty of shows with white characters out there. Why is this something that should bring me in, And then finally I saw her. Who did I see? Mel Medarda. I saw like a random screenshot of her and I said, who is that? Come to find out, she's a main character. No one ever, what? I wouldn't say I was shocked, but I was definitely appalled. The fact that y'all just had a character who looked like that and no one informed me. I had to find out on my own after seeing nothing but video upon video of all the white characters. I was appalled. I feel like I would accept one more season of Arcane just because it seems like there was so much left over, you know? It looks really good so far. Well, kind of shocked, but I shouldn't be shocked because it's me, but still kind of shocked though. Now everyone hold dying horses. I don't think blush is really a part of Arcane. Wait, yes, this is what I wanted. Perhaps I should have prepared some talking points for this video just to give myself something to fall back on, because I already struggle enough to talk while doing my makeup, and I'm gonna struggle even more. How's it look on camera? I don't know. Looks great in person though, so whoever looks on camera, I actually don't too much care. I saw it for the way it was supposed to be seen. I think the thing that I find the most interesting about Arcane is the fact that the creators confirmed that racism does not exist within this universe. And for some reason, fans seem to think that means you can't be racist to these characters. That is not what they said. They said racism does not exist here. They did not say that you are not still racist. Walk with me now. Mel Medarda and all the other black and brown characters in this show do not experience racism in this show, because racism as a concept does not exist in this show. However, you, a real person in the real world, can still be racist to this character who is black or brown or whatever, you know? Eyebrow time. There's a lot of things that people seem to think that they can't be when it comes to the show just because of what's canon within the show. You can still have prejudice for a character. It doesn't change based on whether or not that version of prejudice exists within the universe. Why are my hands shaking so much? That's embarrassing. I'm just gonna darken up the tail of my brows. Looking good, looking good. How do I look on camera? Don't know, can't see myself. But like I said, in person I look good, and that's what matters. You see that? Why am I shaking? Am I cool? I did drink a lot of caffeine, that might be it. That might be it. I'm trying my absolute hardest to be steady with this, and I'm just failing completely. If I had $1 for every time my brother was snoring loudly in the background of one of my videos, I'm gonna have at least $2, which isn't a lot. It is interesting that it happened twice. I'm pretty sure the Super Bowl is like about to start. Not Super Bowl, the halftime show. And it's like, I'm kind of at this point where I might just have to charge it to the game and be late. We're pretty much within the video, which of course means it's now time for me to do my lips, moisturize. I'm starving, in case anyone cares. I realized right now that I completely stopped telling y'all what I was using halfway through the video, but at this point, you should know. You should know the routine. I love how I went completely silent at the end. But also, who's shocked, you know? That's what I usually do. I think with that, we can call this the end of the look. I don't know how it looks on camera, but I know that in this mirror here, I look fantastic. I thought I would have did way worse, which, you know, why would I not have complete faith in myself? I'm usually great at whatever I set my mind to, so. Should have had higher expectations for myself, I suppose. Hold on, let me spray my face. This probably wasn't the most entertaining video in the world because I kept forgetting to speak because I was so locked in on getting the details right. However, entertaining or not, you cannot deny that this face came out fantastic. I look like I come straight out of Arcane. Details of the face, you know. I feel very Arcane. Is there some stuff that I probably could have did better? Maybe, I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, I did a great job. How does it look? How do you feel? Hello. Leave some comments on how you feel about it. Did I do good? I feel like I did. I feel like I'm coming straight out the TV. Or the game, because Arcane was based off League of Legends. I don't care about League of Legends at all, but I care about Arcane. And that's how they get you. I think I look good, and I think I did it in a pretty good time. Who knows what time it is now? probably like past 8, which is when my brother told me that this halftime starts. Oh well, you know, things happen. I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm ready to go eat. I look fantastic. I can't wait to take pictures and post them. Oh, I forgot to post. It's fine, I got it. Anyway, that's the end of the video. This is the end of my face. Again, I look great, as per usual. Should have known I do a good job. I'm kind of scared to keep putting these back on. I want to take pictures first. Anyway, with this being the end of the video, that of course means it's now my job to tell you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You guys don't comment often, but when you do, I enjoy reading the comments. If you want to support me in any other ways, you can always go back to my old videos. Not old, but previous videos. I have 2 playlists. I have one for my Glam and Gore videos, which is the series where I talk about makeup while doing my which is the series where I talk about horror movies while doing my makeup. I also have my full face of first impressions playlist, which is just exactly what it sounds like. Then I have other random videos, such as this one, which just goes out into the wild, no playlist, you know, whatever. Any other ways to support me, you can see in my description. I have my Cash App if anyone just wants to make a couple dollars. Not mandatory, just a suggestion, you know. It's a pretty cool face. Tip me, I'm sorry. Also my Instagram, I'm gonna post on there, I promise, eventually. However, that does bring us to the end of the video, which of course means that I do not have an outro. I never do have an outro. I probably never will have an outro. At this point, not having an outro is my outro. However,